2025 is around the corner, and with a change in the workplace comes a change in leadership. And I'd be really interested, Graeme, in some of the thoughts that you've got around what different leadership skills we're going to require in a changing workplace.
Well, leaders, of course, today have to know that they live in an adaptive environment. So this idea of constantly changing and developing, it is not something you do as a project and then it's over. It's now the new reality. So leaders need to put themselves in a space, I think, where they are challenging themselves. So I'd ask a leader to look at what books have you read over the last 6 months, what magazines have you read, what YouTube channels do you subscribe to, whatever, and which of those has really challenged you? Are you reading books that you disagree with? Are you watching Fox News? In my particular example, that drives me nuts. But I do watch it because I need to see other people's perspectives. I need to see the complexity of the world. So that's the first thing I'd ask leaders to do. Challenge yourself. Put yourself in an uncomfortable space sometimes.
And why I like it, and it's a good example, Fox News, because for some people it's fantasy and for other people it's absolute fact. And so depending on what your viewpoint is, it's important to understand that there isn't one reality. There's not one perfect right answer. And you're going to be operating, we are operating increasingly so in a world that's so diverse. You're going to have to understand why somebody believes wholeheartedly in something that challenges your viewpoint. And so, I think it's also important that people travel, and, whether travel is, your finances allow overseas travel, what have you, but put yourself in a different geographical environment as well. And so travel can be close to your own home, but challenge your physical space, because I think that changes your mindset as well.
Absolutely. And, we both grown up in South Africa, where it's just so easy not just to move suburbs, but to move worlds. I mean, you're 3 kilometers from wherever you are, there's another world.
Exactly.
But you know what, actually, even if you're in a first world country, you'd be surprised as to how close another world actually is. As you say, international travel, if you can afford it, do it, of course. But you can actually travel to another world in your own neighborhood.
And I think just, building on this, challenging yourself, I think what's important is for leaders and all of us to remember going forward, you need to take care of your health. Without your health, you're not going to be able to do any of this stuff. And, something that, I've seen from other people and enjoy, and you do this, Graeme, is just, making sure that no matter how busy your schedule, you get in a jog, you get in a different mindset, you explore. And I think that the excuse of I don't have time is really outdated. So by 2025, that's your priority. Make sure you're healthy, make sure you're creating that space.
Absolutely. And I think then for me, the final thing that I'd add for people is surround yourself with a support structure. So the support structure is the health and everything else. Very, very few people can manage their health on their own. If you're with people who all eat healthily, if you're with people who are all healthy in their thinking and their activity, it's a lot easier for you to do. If you're surrounded by people who will challenge you, fantastic. So for me, just think about what is your support structure? What is it that you're putting around you to help you to do the things that get you to 2025?
Absolutely. And so we look forward to some changing leadership in 2025. And I think you and I'll be hopefully fitter and slimmer and even trimmer in 2025.